Alright. Are we ready?
Let me see. Are we live? Oh, it says I am. I'm waiting for the preview to show up.
Yep,
There we
part
are.
18.
Yep. 18. Boy, we have come a long way on this series. Part 4
Oh, yeah.
of Kanon's route today.
Are you sure it's
I think
part
so.
4? I think
No,
it's
wait,
actually
no. Part 3. Part 3.
Part 3 of Kanon's route? Oh, like you
Since we
officially
started it
starting
in
Kanon's
part,
route?
since we started at part 16, like when we actually got to Kanon's chapter.
Yeah, but it's like for the Kanon section of our playthrough, I think it's like 5 episodes we've been at this.
Yep.
Because I can count 1, 2, 3,
It is
4,
a bit
5,
early,
6.
Cyrilkins. Yes, by my standards. It
Part
is.
13, we started going towards Kanon's route.
Yep. It was
And
part
does that
13.
That includes all of chapter 3 as well.
Yep.
So yeah,
to
Kanon's
answer
section
your
of the
question,
story.
Cyrilkins, it is a bit early by my standards, but we decided this would be better because there's a hockey game tonight in about 3 hours, 10 or so minutes from now. And I'm going to be eating before then because we're ordering pizza tonight. So we figured it'd be better to do it now, because if we waited until after the hockey game, we'd have less time. So that's why we're doing it now.
Yeah, and it's been a while, so like, especially since I've gotten my job now.
Now that things are a bit more stable for you.
Yeah, so like I think most of my shifts are closings, but
yep, that's how I do it. Because I'm not a morning person, and with doing the closing shift, I've got time to like wake up, eat something, do anything I need to do in the morning, and it's just like really nice because it's like I do whatever I need to do in the morning, and then I can go to work and then come home.
But with this, we got a few hours to do this.
So yeah,
because we haven't had the patience or time to do a really nice stream, so finally we actually get the chance to. Let's go.
Yep, I'm really looking forward to seeing the results of the polls that I posted in the announcements channel. If you guys
Persona.
Yep, if you guys haven't checked those out, you might want to do that because it's gonna determine the fate of Wednesday and Thursday for me. I put in a poll for a mod and a poll for a game, and that's gonna be a recurring thing Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Are you doing the regular Persona or Royal?
Yeah. The request was for Persona 5 Royal specifically, so.
Yeah, Royal because it has a PC port to it. Okay. And of course, Undertale is currently winning.
Yeah, that was out of everything. That was the most requested out of everything that I'd written down.
God damn it, Undertale.
Which I'm sure Big Cyrilkin's happy.
Your close second is Persona 5, so I'm happy.
Yep,
with that.
I think it's going to be a battle between those two.
Yeah, look forward as I love the story. Dude, have you watched any of the previous streams? Because, come on, Tsubaki's route was pretty good.
I really enjoyed Tsubaki's route.
Yeah, because it kind of had a really, like, family pin on it, which I liked.
Definitely.
So yeah, I like how it's like shifting themes with the story.
Yeah, like each character's kind of gonna have their own theme going on with their route. What was winning for mods? Unsurprisingly, Fruits of the Literature Club.
So are you gonna play? I'm assuming are you gonna do the mod first and then the visual novel?
Oh, Fruits of Grisaia, the one it's based on?
Yeah.
I mean, I can add Fruits of Grisaia to my request if you want to put that on there.
I know the top request that the next visual novel after this, I am pretty sure we're playing is Steins Gate.
Yep, Steins Gate is on my requests.
Yeah.
Like,
and it kind of helps.
I sent it in the I sent it in the main channel last night, but I was writing down all my requests. But for those of you who aren't in the server, which if you want to be in the know first on stuff like this, join the server. It's in the description of every video. But yeah, here is my list of requests. That is everything that you guys have requested me to play. I've got a list of mods.
Natsuki. When was Natsuki nice to begin with?
Right? Right? But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Some of these are games I don't even have, so I will have to pick them up. But yeah, if they win, then I don't have a choice. But yeah, Steins Gate's on there. I just added Fruits of Grisaya on there.
Yeah, well, you've got the Grisaya trilogy, which is Fruits of Grisaya, Labyrinth of Grisaya, and then Eden of Grisaya. And then you've got Steins Gate, then you've got Steins Gate Zero, which is its kind of sequel. So, like, I think the next, like, visual novel would be either Steins Gate or Fruits of the Literature Club, because Persona 5 kind of just counts as game.
That was a lot. Yeah, you might see why I was overwhelmed when I looked at the amount of requests that I had written down. Either in my stream notes folder or in my post that I keep linking in the description of every video.
Some of these bloody mods sound ridiculous.
Oh, they absolutely do.
Maltese Insanity, Cinnabon Time, Doki Vision.
Yep.
Guide of
Bradley
Derus.
says I've apparently played Doki Vision, and now that I'm thinking about it, I have like vague memories of it, but I really don't remember much about it. It sounds like a short joke mod, so maybe I'll play it alongside Doki Vision was funny. So maybe I'll play it alongside another funny mod that I came across called Metal Club. Which, yeah, if you guys... Yep. That's the one I was joking about in the moderator chat. After I finished Omori. But yeah, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I just found this out on the new like dokimods.me. I'm gonna bring this up in my random shit window. But yeah, I found out this exists. Metal Club. I remember finding it as like an image somebody made. And I'm like, man, how awesome would that be if that was a mod? This was like years ago I found this image on like
but
Google
would
Images.
it be just like... The only thing I would have against that, like, would it just be purposely edgy or some shit?
I have no idea what it would go for. All I know is that it's labeled as a comedy mod. It's short, so I could probably do it in the same stream as Doki Visions if that somehow wins.
Probably like a kind of shit post just to have
That's
a bit
what
of
I'm
laugh
expecting.
here and
Yep, that's what I'm expecting with a mod like that.
Also, on your games list, you should add Teardrops, because if you like the music of this one, you'll like Teardrops. And it's a far more simpler story, but it's kind of like, it's a kind of simple but sweet kind of story.
Alright, let me pull up my notepad.
Yeah, I'll just call it, I'll say Teardrops. There, that's how it's spelled.
That's what I was just about to ask. How is that spelled? Exactly how I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
about
that's
another one going under game requests.
Yeah, it's about it's a visual novel about a dude who is a violin prodigy, but he had a bad performance one time, and it kind of scarred him away from playing the violin. And then he meets a bunch of people and joins a rock band.
Well then, yeah, that sounds interesting.
It reignites his kind of passion for music, and it slowly helps him get into like playing the violin again.
I see. Yeah.
And he kind of has like just the power of it. You know, it's a good story, a good solid story.
Playing Yuri's demo, you found some more spelling errors. Going to fix them. Good to know. Good to know.
Mm.
Because you were talking to me about Yuri's demo for Welcome to DDLC player.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I'm always looking for anytime I load up a mod to play on stream.
Here we go.
Yep. That's right. We left off with Kanon, crying in the shower.
Crying in the fucking.
Yep, just crying in the dark shower room because she's just so out of it after that performance.
Fuck. Jesus.
It was just depressing. I was shocked upon seeing Kanon walk out of the dark bathroom. What the heck, Kanon? Put some clothes on! You'll catch a cold! Her long, wet hair clung to her hips. I don't think she cares. Water droplets glided against her full figure. The tormented face, she looks at me like a ghost. Do you... Her voice was hoarse. Do you hate me? You hate non-chan too, Nissan. I appeased her with a shake of my head. You think I'm a liar? Everything I said was true. She really did tell me that someone was gonna murder her. Fragile. That skating star on the ice had vanished. That was why I fell. That was why I lost. I can't think of any reason. Except that. Please believe me.
I'm
He's
losing
sad.
more and more respect for Kuku-san.
Only a desperate, love-starved girl stood before me. Ouch. Everyone's just using non-chan. Mom is for fame. Dad is for money. The media, the sponsors, everyone. All the time. Every day. Two thin lips continued to move silently. Who am I? A robot doll with a loose screw. She talked more and more slowly. She spoke in a soulless, broken manner, but I understood her. Please save me. Surely there's some gentle person out there, someone who can warm my heart. I saw my past self in her. When I was frozen in a broken house far in the north, I had wished for the same. Nissan. I know. My emotions for Kanon are more pity than love. Pitiful it is. Say that again. I'm among those godless fiends who use Kanon. In the end, Kanon has no choice but to rely on us heretics. And devils can save people too. Just like that snowy night when Gonzo saved me. There are people out there who can't wait for Providence to extend a holy savior's hand. I thought over what I was about to do. Even heretics have some pride. Very well. Decided to take responsibility. I answered Kanon's request by reaching for her cold skin. Deep indeed, my mate. That was emotional.
A week passed.
That's better. It's been a week. There was but one more week before the fateful Japan Championships. Yep, where Kanon's career will be decided. Kanon silently continued to practice. On the other hand, I attended school as usual, keeping myself busy with Azai Corporation matters. I don't remember if we have seen how Gonzo has responded to losing Mephistopheles.
I don't think he'll rebase. in for a good time.
No. The night
Not
Kanon
that.
and I slept together almost seems like a dream. We're acting so casual about the whole thing that I can't help but wonder if it was just my imagination. Still, Kanon doesn't seem to have any regrets about it. Well then. She's back to her old smile and selfish as ever. I promised myself that I would come to understand her, even if I was the only one. I see. Mao's kept quiet, huh?
Yeah, he's completely halted all activity.
Spoke to Usami between classes. You think Ikuko's television antics have made him extra cautious? I mean, she addressed comments about being marked for death.
It's possible. But if that were the case, one would think he'd just adapt his plans.
Yeah. Well, from the very beginning, we never knew what his true motives were.
Thought he might be trying to attack a friend of mine again, but
There's been absolutely no word from him. Well, if something were to happen, it would be during the Japan Championships.
Japan.
I almost
You
stumbled
think?
over my words there.
Oh yeah.
I can understand why she'd have her doubts. I mean, that tends to be when he makes his move, during big events like this.
Yeah, you just never know.
Look, the letter was aimed at bringing down Kanon. Last week, she was completely bested.
Yeah, he got what he wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah. Based on the contents of the threat letter, Mao's objective may have already been accomplished.
But it doesn't add up for you, does it? The desolate face she responds.
My intuition, but I get this feeling that nothing else is going to happen.
I mean, I'm expecting something too, since there's still a chance she can win if she wins the Japan Championships.
Yeah.
I think if I remember, if she wins by a wide enough margin, she can still win it all. But yeah, like we were discussing before stream, she really has to go into overdrive to get a mark like that to win by that wide of a margin to pull that off. Why?
Like I said, it's just my intuition. If I were Mao and I wanted to ruin Kanon, I wouldn't have let this week go to waste.
Fantastic. Shouldn't you be happy?
I guess, but it means I have to say goodbye to you, Azai-san.
Huh? She started her crazy talk again.
Once the Demon Lord has been vanquished, the hero walks off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And you have Kanon now.
What are you getting at? What?
Just my intuition.
She smiles peacefully.
I may not be Yuki, but I consider myself pretty sharp when it comes to you, Azai-san.
Ugh, cut it out. Giving me the heebie-jeebies.
Well, I'm out. Class just started.
Usami leaves me and disappears. What's up with her?
I like how it's always pointing out, with her, like Usami, because, she's clearly the main.
Yep.
Yosuke, what's up with Kanon these days?
Huh? Come on, man. You know as well as I do that she's been practicing.
Yeah, whatever, but you hear that car company cutting their contracts with her?
Yeah. I guess they were acting in their own self-interest. After Kanon got such a bad rap from the media, I guess it'd be a natural response for a business. Yeah, if they're nervous that she's not gonna make a rebound.
Fuckers. The whole country's nothing but fuckers. Fair weather fans can suck my balls.
They aren't necessarily fair weather fans. When you're popular, you're bound to make a few enemies. This is true.
Bullshit, bro. Kanon's been a little brat all along. Christ, she pisses me off. I guess I should be glad the world sees her for what she really is now, but still.
What about Seda?
You watch the news, don't you? Her popularity shot through the roof. Oh man, and the special they ran yesterday almost killed me. It was one of those goddamn sub-stories about the person who worked the hardest finally won and all that crap.
Well, she probably did work hard.
I don't know shit, right? Sada was awesome in the final. She ran the same program she did in the NHK trophy. I placed a double axel with a triple. Moheko was shooting for the gold.
Mohiko? What?
That's what people are calling her on the net. Come on, dude, she's ridiculously Moe. Her personality, her voice, everything. Little Miss Princess Kanon just can't keep up.
The situation is completely reversed. I heard Kanon was dropped from a Christmas variety show. Supposedly Seda took her place.
I'm not surprised. And I'm still rooting for Kanon. So the fact that Sada's the new thing pisses me off.
Yeah, so it sounds like Kanon needs to come in and remind these people what she can do. And why she was at the top to begin with.
Go in and remind him who's fucking boss.
Exactly. Yeah, I read an article a while back that bothered me too. Some sleazy magazine went so far as to call Kanon the shame of Japan. All she can do is try to win the Japan Championships, right?
We're trying to win. The only way she'll shut up those shit talkers is to make worlds and absolutely crush second place.
Nailed it on the head, Aichi. For once, I actually agree with you. Class resumed that afternoon. However, I was reading an autobiographical essay rather than the required textbook, one written by Ikuko. There was an ad for Ikuko-san's surefire way of improving your bust sprawled conspicuously over the front cover. It was called A Proposal to Figure Skating. The book's supposedly about the inner mechanics of the industry. Touches briefly on the treatment of coaches and judges, the state of the current skating union, and her personal experience as a skater. Pretty cheap overall. First off, she bragged far too much about overseeing Kanon's growth as a skater. Made the book seem more like an outlet for her loneliness and lingering attachment than anything else. The whole spiel came off as whining rather than actual criticism. For example, let's take this excerpt, the book's closing statement. I realized my lips were quivering as I read it. Even so, Kanon-chan says she'd like to glide by my side. As both a mother and a coach, there is no greater honor than hearing these words. Publishing this book crushed what little positive reputation she still had, as it should have. The only problem is that people have begun to expect the same from Kanon as from her mother. I can't help but wonder why Ikuko won't hold back, for Kanon's sake, if not for her own. My mother had it rough, yet she protected me despite that. Ikuko-san enjoyed a good measure of popularity during her bout at the Olympics, so why did things turn out like this? Suspicion over Ikuko's change suddenly filled my thoughts, and without an ounce of coincidence, a certain man came to mind.
He's gotta see Gonzo.
Yup. I believe that concludes this week's report. The dispute with Shine had been settled by the cession of most of their allotted business turf to the Sonoyama group. I was tasked once more with handling the formalities, acting as the voice of the Azai Corporation, and a conduit through which to convey Gonzo's authority. Gonzo nodded, looking somehow discontent.
What about Kanon?
He suddenly sprung this question. As you know, her agent has informed us of a great number of cut contracts. Gonzo tilted his chin upward, as if he already knew all that there was to say.
Is she finished?
Surely not. I immediately denied it. Success is many parts timing and luck. I believe abandoning our investment in Kanon after a single loss would be unwise.
That was more than just a loss.
Oh, it absolutely was. I mean,
Mm.
it's not even like she tried to salvage it. She just sat there devastated. Well, I faltered.
Kanon has grown into quite the shameless woman.
I hang my head, holding back my feelings. Feelings of sympathy for Kanon, contempt for Ikuko, and anger toward Gunzo, who molded Ikuko into the person she is now.
Anyway, Kyosuke,
Gunzo's mouth curved into a devious smile.
you tame Kanon yet?
I remember Gunzo's. How am I supposed to respond to a scoundrel who demanded I sleep with his daughter? That's a fair point! How are you supposed to respond to that?
Dude, screenshot that. That deserves to be cemented in history.
Yes! That is just one of the most messed up lines in the game, and that's saying something. Some stream notes, Devil on G-string. I don't even know, mate. I don't even know, mate.
Mm.
I don't know how you're supposed to respond to that. Don't ask me.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes.
All I could say was that single unpleasant word. May I ask you a question, Father? I prefaced my next words with a little submission. What kind of person was Ikuko-san? Miserably sputter that question before Gunzo's glare. His gaze sees through my anxiety. Well, naturally. He crafted me to feel that way. He responds with indifference.
Ikuko was diligent, gallant, and incredibly hard worker. Go boy, do you have any idea how a beautiful athlete inside and out would fall for a brute like me?
I silently shake my head.
Women like to wrap their legs around evil for curiosity's sake.
With those words alone, I no longer wanted to envision how Gunzo had dropped her into the pits of hell.
I understand, Kyosuke. I found myself a good-looking whore. I fucked her. That kid that popped out seemed like she'd make some money.
Seemed as though he were challenging me to reprimand him. It appears that Ikuko-san resents you.
I bet.
She seems to believe that she was once a popular athlete bathing in the limelight.
After getting involved with me, her life was ruined.
Gunzo hangs his head, as though he were trying to endure something. My eyes shot open in surprise at his dark laughter. That fucking face, dude.
That's right, Kyosuke. It's all my fault.
He was proud of it.
So, how are you gonna take me down?
Ugh. I knew it. You were fucking taunting me. You're challenging me.
What's wrong? The very root of all evil stands bare before you.
He demonstrates his defenselessness by sticking out his chest and lowering his outstretched arms. Yeah, he's literally taunting us.
Hit me. You're justified in all this. You have every right to resort to violence here. After all, it's my fault your little sister is starved for affection.
I didn't even clench my fists. It was a testimony to my complete lack of fear. I felt nothing except the futility of competing with this man's moral code.
God, what a joke.
He's enjoying this too much.
She was born so pathetic that being discarded by a man made her into such a fuck-up, and she was worthless from the start.
What a tenacious monster. Gunzo's basically saying that injustices are valid against the weak.
Listen up, Kyosuke. If you're ever gonna be my son, and you'd best just be prepared to embrace evil, even if you have to deal in evil you're not familiar with. You can't just shy away from what needs to be done.
Yes, sir.
Same goes for Kanon. If she knows what being my daughter means, then she still has a chance of winning.
No one can change his way of thought. I leave Gunzo's house at the conclusion of his lecture. If you can call that a lecture. Been broadening my knowledge on figure skating in my spare time lately. Still not on par with Aichi, but I've begun to understand the characteristics of a variety of jumps. Got a ways to go until I can tell them apart in real time, though. Yeah, it's one thing to know about them, it's another to be able to see them in action and be like, oh yeah!
Dude, guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back! God damn it, Zach, we need you right now! This is your moment!
Fucking hell.
I can't believe this game just made that reference.
Oh my god.
I'm saving that for Zach.
Fucking ping him, dude. Put it in the
Zach,
server and
this
ping him.
was your moment. This was your moment. That was you. This has you written all over it, dude. Yep, I'm putting that in Devil on G-string. God damn it, that was great.
Oh yeah. I got a head in the right. It was funny as fuck.
This was your moment. Guess who's back? Back again. And it bursts through the front door, bouncing about. Hey, you're reading another skating book. Good boy. Why are you so happy? It means you're interested in Non-chan, right? I suppose that's true. I think I'll take a bath. Kanon's been taking a bath as soon as she gets home these past few days. Thus, I've gotten into the habit of pouring one for her around the time she's supposed to get back. Needless to say, she hasn't come out of the dressing room naked since then. That's an improvement. I confirmed she was in the changing room and turned on the TV. The Japan Championships are coming up, so the sports news stations are focusing on figure skating. I've seen Kanon's fall on television countless times. What they draw attention to is not the fall itself, but the suspension of her performance thereafter, as well as her sulky attitude toward the press. Yeah, I'll grant it happened at a critical time, but you can't deny that there must be some underlying instability there that got the best of her. A retired figure skater that Kanon had been on good terms with commented on her performance regretfully. Seda, on the other hand, was being hailed as the second coming on just about every channel. It's apparent that the TV producers are trying to create a new idol. Whenever I see her on the screen, I get this strange inclination to cheer for her. She was known for her consistency, but when such a skater hides a simple, powerful technique like hers, the effect comes out to be even more awesome. Her step sequences are particularly good. Her serpentine, basically just a continuous S shape, tends to wow the judges and rack up points. Even on the opening day of the finals, when Kanon took first place, Seda's step's sequence score was higher. It just goes to show that flashy jumps aren't all there is to skating. The commenter finishes off with that. I hear a noise stir from the bathroom and turn off the TV. Nissan? I just realized I have no pajamas. You just realized this? Buy me some! Sure, I'll pick some up tomorrow if I remember. You are going to forget. Oh no, not that face again. No!
She knows.
That's rude. You know me too well. But I bet you forgot the things I told you about skating last year, didn't you? No way. I remember. You said something about having to lose weight and such. And, told me about that thing they got rid of because it didn't do too well on TV. Compulsories? Yeah, that one. I knew that. It's not really something to brag about. I recommend that you see a doctor. I already am. Dr. Akimoto. Come to think of it, our last session ended a bit abruptly. Yeah, we kind of just walked out on him the last time we saw him.
Yeah.
Did I say something to put him off? Our next appointment is tomorrow. Maybe I should talk to him about Kanon. Alright, let's hit the hay. Oh, Nissan. Christmas is just around the corner. Is it now? Yeah, the tournament starts on Christmas Day, right? Awesome! You actually remembered something! It's a miracle! What about Christmas?
Oh boy.
I don't have practice on Christmas Eve. Really? That's nice. I think I see where you're going with this.
I don't know.
She'd have a tough time holding out if she didn't get a day of rest every now and then. Hilton told me to spend the day with my family. She spoke distantly as she smiled. Alright, I'll make some time. Yay! My first Christmas Eve with Nissan! It will be, won't it? I guess we haven't spent many holidays together. I've always hated Christmas. Is there somewhere you'd like to go? I just hate the commercialization of it. That's the part about it that I don't like. Just, all the advertising and all the music and all that stuff. It just gets beaten into you so hard around the holidays that it's like there's some force trying to get me to hate it. But the holiday itself, it's great. It's not the holiday itself that I can't stand. It's, all the
just the hype and
repeated, all the build up, all the commercialization, all of the, same songs every year, non-stop, over and over again. This is why I can't turn to music stations whenever the talk radio stations go on break when I'm driving to work. I switch to them and they're playing Christmas music and I'm like, shut up! I hear that shit for half of my shift anyway. I don't want to hear it here, too. Fuck.
Another reason why I listen to my own music and I don't, put on, radios and stuff, because it's, they always play, the same, fucking 200 songs in a day anyway.
Oh, trust me, I know. And if I have time, I'll set up my own music, because my car is Bluetooth, so I can just, hook it up to my phone's music app and just play my own shit. But I don't always have time to set that up. So, yeah. Anyway, and that's enough of a tangent. Because I could go off on that all day. I'll leave that to you, of course. It's a bit too late to make hotel reservations. Hotel reservations? I slipped up. Restaurant reservations. I suddenly became aware of Kanon's femininity.
It's like her face just started to glow.
Yeah. Yep, she's like... Anyway, let me sleep on it. Maybe I'll come up with something good tomorrow. Okay. She looks up at me with upturned eyes. Yup. San, did you not like it? She's talking about the night I slept with her. It was wonderful. You really saved me that night, I'll save you from here on out. Does that mean you love me? She boldly drove up the point. Yeah. I plainly answered. I plainly lied. I've never fallen in love with a woman. Thus, I'm not sure what this interest stemmed from sympathy really is. However, I was aware what responsibilities I'd have to face when I took her last week. I was prepared to tell any number of lies. Was that good? Was that due to Gonzo's influence? If it makes
Fuck.
Kanon happy, if it puts her mind at ease, if it saves her, I will not shy away from this evil. Nisan. Her eyes dimmed. Without another word, I embraced her. Kanon's body trembled slightly, and she entrusted herself to me. Christmas Eve, huh? With Kanon at my side, with my hands on her skin, I begin to look forward to a day which I only have bad memories of. Very interesting. Very interesting. It's time.
Ooh.
The next morning, I go to see Dr. Akimoto as usual. I'm very sorry about last time.
Don't worry about it.
Akimoto smiles kindly. I got agitated, and I don't exactly remember what I said.
Gee, I see. Like I said, it's no big deal.
Though he says that, I can't help but notice Dr. Akimoto seems a little different today. There were several thick file folders laying on his desk, and a laptop with a glowing LCD sat on his lap. More prominently, though, his eyes were strained, like he was a little nervous. Let's put my issues aside for today. Trying not to let Dr. Akimoto's aura concern me, I say. I'd like to consult you about my sister.
Doesn't sound.
Dr. Akimoto likely knows about her current situation. You don't mind, do you? She's got a lot on her shoulders these days. Akimoto blinks a few times, murmurs and nods.
Very well.
He closes his laptop. First, though, I'd like you to promise not to talk to anyone about this.
That's in the job description.
Figured. I'd tell him as much as I know about Kanon's upbringing, her figure skating talent, her relationship with her mother, and how having Gonzo as a father has been for her. Dr. Akimoto nodded a few times, taking notes every now and then.
She's quite troubled.
I think she's starved of affection.
If even you think that, then she must have quite the problem indeed.
I may have grown up without a father, but I at least had a great mother. He nodded deeply.
It's like just checking if Zach has read our fucking glorious message. Just photos and stuff. Nah, he's just hiding. Our ninja posted a dog. How is
Funny.
Ikuki-san, ex-coach Kavasuki, acting towards Kanon-san these days?
Oh, nice.
Yep.
How is she acting?
Is she taking a rage out on her? Is she being kind to her?
She's kind. I guess it would be more accurate to say she's spoiling her. Kanon talks about how Ikuko-san's always bending over backwards for her every whim. I'd imagine it's always been that way between them.
So it started skating by being taught by her mother, correct?
So it seems. I've only read books about it, but it seems Ikuko-san's coaching level isn't very high, and there were several occasions where she was nearly replaced by another coach.
Yet she wasn't replaced until just recently. Why is that?
Kanon's strong opposition to it, supposedly. But looking at their relationship, that's hard to believe.
You think Kanasaki is lying, don't you?
He tilts his head, pondering.
Has Kanon-san ever tried to switch coaches on her own?
Tried to come up with something, but I couldn't put my thoughts into words. No, I don't think so. Or if it did happen, it was covered up. And again, I suppose that's unlikely. The All Japan Figure Skating Union has been a little short with Ikuko-san recently, after all. I guess what we're left with is that Kanon kept quiet about it and accepted her mother's lies.
Hmm?
Akimoto suddenly looked at the clock.
You're kicking. I believe our hour is over.
Huh? Already? That was quick. Do you mind if we extend it?
What?
His usual phony smile reverted back to a genuine expression for just a moment.
I'd love to, but I haven't engaged. Oh, fucking okay.
I pumped space.
Yeah, I haven't engaged.
It doesn't take much to actuate this thing with my new keyboard.
Yeah.
I swear, it'll only be a minute. I'll pay for the extra time, of course. Akimoto stares into me.
Surprise for you to say something like that.
Yeah, he's usually in a hurry to get out of here, but he actually needs it for once.
Yeah.
Actually needs to get this off his chest.
Alright, if you want to talk, let's talk, and you don't have to pay.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I bow my head.
Well then, I'll cut to the chase and give you my thoughts. But take it with a grain of salt, you hear? To give a proper medical opinion, I need more data, analysis, and time.
He takes a glance at the numerous folders scattered about his desk. Looks like Dr. Akimoto had planned for an important talk about me today. Well, that's just gonna have to wait for another time, boy. We got more important things on our mind.
Your sister is a very kind girl.
He declares this with a serious look.
She can't force herself to like her mother, but she wants to meet her expectations anyway. Skating isn't something she likes or dislikes. It's just what? Fucking hell. No. Likes or something. She doesn't. Okay. It's just something she does out of obligation.
Yeah.
If she wins, her mother will be happy. On one hand, this makes her think, then I'll work harder. And on the other hand, why do I have to let myself be used by this show-off?
He must have spoken too much at once, as he takes a few breaths afterwards.
I can say with some degree of certainty that her act in front of the television camera stems from her mother's influence. It just goes to show that parents can ruin their children just by spoiling them too much. The world makes such a fuss about child abuse, but the other side of poor parenting is much more common and equally harmful to the maturing psyche.
Yup.
People pamper others because they don't want to be hated. Kaneki-san is also a former figure skater. She spent her life worrying about how people see her. Even after retiring, she must still be trying to desperately keep up appearances. Imagine how a child would turn out when she grows up watching her only parent act like this. Surely you see my point, Kiyose-san?
She probably decided never to submit to anyone, never to admit she's wrong.
She knows it's wrong to be that way. She knows, but she just can't help herself. She's lost.
Akimoto-san, how can I help Kanon? I was honestly happy. Girl whom the world had taken to calling hopelessly selfish, just been praised as kind.
You're a kind person too, deep down, aren't you?
What's he going on about now?
Confront your sister. Explain that she shouldn't act selfishly.
Alright.
Don't say, stop being selfish or people will hate you. She likely despises that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Just... that's a little bit too blunt.
Teach her that there are better ways of making people happy than being selfish. That should appeal to her, seeing as how she even wants to make her mother, whom she hates, happy.
Dr. Akimoto bitterly looks down at his plump stomach.
Sorry for being so abstract.
No, you've been very helpful. I express my gratitude once again. From the looks of things, you had more important things to talk about. And here I was going on and on about Kanon.
It's mountain folders? Don't worry about it. They just became useless anyway.
Huh?
I just feel this chat has been particularly useful in my treatment of your case.
He smiles contentedly.
The data I had been collecting here was misdirected, apparently.
But with all those documents, Dr. Akimoto stands up from his chair.
Lo and behold, there are more precious things to you than time and money. That's the best news I've had in a long, long time.
He smiles like the Buddha and sees me to the door. God damn it.
Late again, eh, Kyosuke?
As usual. Don't worry about it.
Huh?
His jaw drops as he stares blankly at me. Aichi did not expect that.
You got one hell of a goofy grin today, bro.
Don't try to ruin my mood, boy. I do?
What? You get a new girl or something?
It's nothing like that.
Yeah, whatever.
He's not buying it.
He
I looked
knows.
around and noticed we were missing a few people. Where's Tsubaki?
She said she had student council work. The year's almost over, so I guess she's busy with something.
What about Usami?
Oh no, sleeping somewhere probably. Who cares?
Whatever. Hey, Aichi, I was wondering if you could do me a favor.
Why are you acting all businesslike?
Your dad owns a few hotels, right?
Oh shizzle.
You're lying, aren't you?
No way, bro. You think I'm lying? I'll get you a free night.
He totally fell for it. Alright, then let's see it.
He fucking pulled him into it.
Yeah, hook, line, and sinker. Oh my god. Yeah, give me a room on the 24th.
Fucking no.
His eyes flare up. I'll pay, don't worry about it. Give me a suite though, would you?
What the fuck, dude? Do you realize what the hell you're asking me to do?
He knows exactly what he's doing, boy.
Don't
I know, it's
don't
unreasonable.
offer it up so casually then, for free.
Yep.
If it was any normal day, I could just ask my dad and that'd be that. But this is no normal fucking day now, is it?
Nope. It's my birthday. Uh,
Huh? Really?
Yeah. No.
No.
I knew it.
Is that what this is about? You looking to get a birthday BJ from your new bitch?
Something like that.
God damn you, dude. You and your unreasonable demands.
Will you at least let me have lunch there?
I might be able to do something about lunch.
Might, huh?
Well, who is this chick? Some girl you pick up on Central Boulevard. I have to just always admit that, like, Aichi is probably the most evilest character, malicious character in this series.
He
Puts
is.
Gonzo to shame sometimes.
Indeed. Oh, there's nothing quite like him. Zach just got home.
I'm like, I'm like scared what happens like when fucking like these two meet.
Oh yeah, if
Gonzo and Aichi.
Gonzo and Aichi ever meet, I don't know what he's going to think of Aichi
do
and
these,
vice
like,
versa.
Do these two like speak the same language?
That's what I'll be waiting to find out. Oh my
Hey,
god.
Zach, you should check the Devil on G-string chat. You fucking missed something important. Dude, we can't believe you
Very important.
missed it. Yeah, we pinged you for it, you son of a bitch.
Something very important. And yes, it is a bit early for me, but it works better than later, because Caleb's not going to have as much time later, and there's a hockey game tonight, so... Excuse me.
Yeah, fucking, you better check the Devil on G-string chat, you
If
fuck. 'Cause
we were gonna do it at our usual time, we wouldn't have as much time.
Yeah, but dude, you fucking
Holy
missed
shit.
like the most important scene. That, like, seriously, dude, this was your moment.
Yes, it was, dude. Holy shit.
He fucking saw.
Yep. Yeah.
I think when we looked at it and realized what it was referencing, we pissed ourselves laughing.
It was glorious. It's just I was like, wait. I just heard you laughing at something, so I looked at what Kanon said, and I'm just like, oh my god! She actually did it! Could not believe it. And of course, first person we thought about was you, because that is your moment, mate. That's all you. She's now best girl. Fucking told you.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm gonna go back to like just to see it.
All right.
Oh yeah. Like, where is it?
While you do that, I'm gonna go get some water.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of water and I need more. So I'll be a minute or two.
Yeah.
So you go find that
good.
moment if you want to clip it.
Alright, boys, I found the clip.
Okay, I'm back.
Yep.
Clip it and send it to me. Okay, you're sending it to him?
I'm sending it. Yeah, I've sent it to him. I'm gonna send it in video sharing.
That was one of my favorite moments this entire playthrough.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, Aichi's wondering if it's someone he knows. No.
I think I got the perfect part because it was like your first reaction was either pissing yourself laughing or like, we need you, man. Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
Legendary. And I think that's actually gonna be like the first fucking video that's like on my channel in a while. It's just a clip.
Yep.
We're gonna check now. Yeah, nah, it's just a voodoo. No video. It's just a quip I made. Yep. It was funny as fuck. I think we'll get back to it.
Here, I'm gonna watch this back for myself real quick.
Oh yeah.
Them in action and be like, oh yeah.
Dude, guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back. God damn it, Zach. I need you right now. This is your moment. Them in action and be like, oh yeah.
Dude, guess who's back? Back again.
Shady's back. God damn it, Zach. We need you right now. Oh, yep.
Legendary
Good
moment.
times. Good times.
Yep. You should have been there, man.
Yeah, we needed you, man.
It really is the best.
He's just like, you ain't shitting me, are you?
Yeah.
Better not be Tsubaki or Usami or anything.
I gotta wait. I'm missing some lines, dude. What's going on?
Yeah, while we were
Yep.
talking, I went through a few lines.
Oh, yep, all good. Yep. That's what you better be Tsubaki or Usami or something. Be friendly with me today. You know what I mean? Yep.
They'd be offended if they heard you say that. Anyway, I'm
That
counting
fucking
on you.
smile.
I know.
Smile when you
It's
devil.
great.
Yeah, whatever. Just don't expect too much.
Don't worry. I know not to expect too much from you. God, scenes with him just crack me up. Oh God. It's close to 10, and I'm at the skating arena.
We have to episodically be reminded that Aichi exists.
Oh yeah. Hey, Kanon, over here. Oh, hey, Nissan. What's up? She runs over to see me with a happy face. I came to pick you up. Wow, what awesome service! Yeah, I just realized today that you've been walking halfway across town at night all by yourself. Nah, Coach escorted me. Oh, I see. So there was no reason to worry after all.
Yeah.
But I'd much rather have you do it from now on. At that moment, I hear Okuko-san's voice from afar, and I wave to her. What's up, Kyosuke-kun? Oh, I was just close by, and I thought I'd pick up Kanon. Oh, don't worry. You don't have to do that. I know I don't have to.
Doing it anyway.
Yeah, I know I don't have to. I want to. She waves her hand apologetically. I found my eyes attracted to the 1.15 million yen watch on her wrist. I read your book recently. For example, a judge only gets paid 5,000 yen for each day of work. The figure skating world is something you can't stay with day in, day out unless you really love it. Really? You did? I'm flattered. It was very informative. It was very informative. Seems like its sales are starting to pick up again recently, too. I'll warn you, the editor took quite a few liberties he shouldn't have. I'll take that to mean she wanted to say a lot more than she did. Presumably, based on what we had to say about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to write another one, so be sure to mark its release date on your calendar when it's done. In other words, you're going to publicly shame yourself not once, but twice? I definitely will. Well, Kanon, let's head out. Sure. She takes a glance at her mother. Go ahead, Kanon. Let your brother take you home. She nods and follows me. How was practice today? Mr. Hilton chewed me out. Meandered along the winter streets while I listened to Kanon talk about her day. But Mr. Hilton's not a bad guy. Everything he said was absolutely true. I hear this Mr. Hilton guy can still do jumps at his age. He's really something else, huh? Yeah, everyone respects him. But he's a little soft on Ikuko-san, isn't he? I guess. He goes out of his way to make sure she knows the day's training schedule. Well, it's understandable. The man probably feels like he stole her job. Has anyone talked about changing your free skate program since the finals? Musical selection doesn't really suit Kanon. Yeah, not a whole lot though. Let me guess, Ikuko-san picked that piece? She pursed her lips. I take that to mean yes.
Be your own woman, Kanon. Fucking do what you do.
I'm with you.
Because
You're
when she did
oddly
Ride of the
interested in
Valkyries,
Non-Chan today.
because that performance, Ride of the Valkyries, like that was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was a
was
great
Kanon's,
performance.
Yeah, and that
I'm pretty sure that was her own choice, wasn't it?
Yeah, or like Mr. Hilton's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was one that suited Kanon.
Yeah. So I'm looking at her face right now.
Oh yeah.
Devious
Oh
face.
hey Matt.
What's up, Onyx? She's taking notice how we are. Yeah, you got it. Hit the nail right on the head. You didn't refuse it? I figured it'd be alright. Oh, jeez. Mr. Hilton didn't say anything,
Rick.
so why not? Well, if your coach approves of it. What? You don't think it suits Non-Chan? Just doesn't sit right with the audience. What do you think about it? It doesn't suit me at all. She slumps. I mean, I didn't get a single point for interpretation. And you can't afford to say why not. Yeah, I guess. Who knows, maybe I fell last time because of that song. Look, Kanon, choose my words carefully. Mistake's a mistake. Can't change the program now, so just give it all you... Is it alright to just say, give it all you've got? It's alright to say, give it all you've got to someone who isn't giving it all they've got. But to tell someone who's giving 120% to give all they've got is pushing them. I know. I just have to buck up and do it. I couldn't understand her state of mind at all. It vexed me. It's a little early to just go to sleep. Want to do something? Oh, totally! You're so sweet today. What do you want to do? Play a game or something? I can't do anything that might hurt my eyes. I'm always looking at the sparkly ice as it is. Alright, fair enough, I suppose.
That is kind of fair. Look, the lights would be fucking like blinding, and it would be reflecting off the fucking the ice.
Oh yeah, especially with how many spotlights there are at an ice rink. Like if you've never been to one, and you've never seen how reflective that stuff is. Yeah, it's bright. They light that shit up like nobody's business. What's next? A Snoop Dogg reference? How about obey the king? You'll just end up being the king the whole time. I think that's supposed to be the point. Chess? Now you have my attention. There's no way I can beat you at chess. Oh, come on, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Apparently, Kanon's guaranteed victory is a precondition to playing. I don't just play around all day like you. Non-Chan is a serious person. Oh, come on. I don't play around all day, either. After I say that, she frowns. And then what were you planning on doing with some girl in a hotel room on the 24th? I-Chan texted me about it. You asked him to get a room for you, didn't you? You guys are pretty friendly with each other when I'm not looking. Well, it's not like I care. I put my hands on Kanon's shoulders as her downcast eyes frame her loneliness. You're the girl, Kanon. Who? Like I said, you're the girl. The hotel room was for the two of us. Yeah, we just didn't want to tell Aichi that part. Yes. She bites her lips in a flutter and clenches her fist a few times. Oh. Her cheeks redden. I see. Don't tell Aichi. Okay. She turned around on that real fast.
That's kind of reminded me of like Spider-Man, like that running gag in all the Spider-Man films. Don't tell Harry.
Yep. That's good. I like that. She merrily runs into the kitchen. Nan-Chen will cook you a magnificent, marvelous dinner today. She
Why
looks
am I
happy.
scared that it's gonna be like one of those cliche anime moments where like the dinner's fucking horrendous?
Let's see how
Like
she
it's
does.
like it's purple and shit.
Oh,
Oh,
now we're back here.
oh
Now
god.
Sorry for calling
Oh
you so
my.
suddenly.
Don't worry about it, Mao. It's the least I can do after what you did last week.
Somiya was in a good mood, as expected.
It was quite dramatic to think that Azai Kanon, who took so much pride in her tremendous popularity, would tumble down to obscurity so quickly.
And I presume you were the one behind Sada's image boost in the following days.
Took some buttering up of one of the channel's producers, though, but still, it was nothing. Sada's efforts were the real deal, so it wasn't that difficult.
That's fantastic.
Leave the rest to me. I've already made my move for the Japan Championships.
Somiya looks cheerful. I've got to come clean here. I didn't do a thing to Kanon.
What was that?
I nodded with a faint smile. My final job with you ended with a mere attempt.
Final?
Somiya's brows knitted in apprehension. I called you here to say goodbye. Gasped, then fell silent. I'm sure his sly brain was busy trying to search for the reason. Rest easy, my friend. I wasn't recruited by the competition or anything like that.
Then why?
Let's just call it medical leave.
You mean what you were saying before about your headaches?
Yeah, something like that.
So you going to completely wash your hands of this business?
Indeed. From this day on, the name Maou will cease to be whispered amongst the people of this city.
I see.
He heaved a dramatic sigh.
I'm sure trying to investigate you would just turn out to be a waste of time.
I will disappear. Something deep inside me told me as much. The right hand had no idea what the left hand was doing. If you wanted to come up with an analogy, it'd probably be something like that. But that's all behind me now. Somiya just tilted his head in doubt. The man who has lived on until now, with evil as his nourishment, has discovered a new sustenance.
New sustenance?
Continued to laugh foolishly, a laugh that came from the depths of my stomach. Love. And then my headache struck again. This will likely be the last one. My consciousness slowly dimmed, and darkness consumed me. And he blacked out.
So yeah, Mao's gone for this route.
That's really interesting. Kanon woke up early this morning. Oh boy, buckle up. Guess I'll get up and make breakfast. I can't wait for Christmas! She's giggling as she dances around my apartment. You've been acting like this since last night. Well, I can't wait. She starts jumping on the bed. Guess how much I can't wait. Oh, shut up. I let out an involuntary smirk. It's like my life goal. What an exaggeration. Yeah. Wow. I still haven't gotten the all clear from Aichi, you know. Even if Aichi can't make it happen, you'll figure something out. Yeah. I was a little flustered by her faith in me. La 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 la. She sings as she twirls around on the wooden flooring. Are those your ballet moves? Wow, you've been studying! Figure skating and ballet share more than a few elements. Yep, it's amazing.
Yep.
I have this line in my script, so I'll say it here since it fits the context. I'd expect something like this from Sayori. Yep, I would too. Don't frolic around too much and injure yourself. Don't worry, until Christmas comes, I won't die even if I'm killed. What a tiresome woman. Yes, the floor is indeed made out of floor.
To quote Captain America, if you die, just walk it off.
Yeah. I escorted Kanon to the skating arena. Thanks a million. And she suddenly hugged me.
Yeah.
She coos with a fawning voice as she rubs her cheek against my chest. My face must be burning red. Get off me! You're embarrassed. Guts! You know that, you little punk? Can't do this with so many people around. Oh, of course she can. Who's gonna stop her? Paparazzi can be hiding anywhere. It's gonna be my first Christmas Eve with me, San. Alright. What do you want to eat? Nan-chan finally gets a chance to eat turkey.
Yeah,
It'll pop right off your face if you gain any weight. That's why I'm on a diet starting today. It's like all she's thinking about is Christmas. You look sort of happy too. Yeah, sure. I wave my hand as if to say, so go already. Bye! Come pick me up again tonight. Well. Wasn't that from Age of Ultron? I think?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've seen Age of Ultron. Aichi, you stupid son of a bitch! Why did you tell Kanon about the hotel reservations? I interrogate Aichi in the classroom that morning.
I thought you might have been planning to go with Kanon, so I set out my feelers a little bit.
Dirty motherfucker.
But apparently you're not the incestuous horn dog I thought you were. Kanon didn't seem to know anything about it.
You're damn right.
Oh good, Kanon doesn't have the time to be making boyfriends with the
Now you see why I almost stumbled over it earlier.
Shut up. Being just around the corner and all. It's hard
all
to
I
do
have
with
to
an accent.
say. Oh yeah, it is. All I have to say is you'd better not have bad news for me. Not after all that piece of shit, turd rotten scumbag detective work you did.
Ah, shut the hell up. I got your review. My old man's got you covered.
Score! Nice!
But you'd better believe it's not free.
Yeah, I know. Is it the Plaza Hotel? Aichi nodded and told me the price.
Ain't I just a swell guy?
Yeah.
I told my dad I'd be staying in it, so we went ahead and reserved the room.
Really? I feel a little guilty. Alright, tit for tat. I'll hook you up too. I think there's a girl working at the Azai Corporation's headquarters who's fresh out of college and known for her looks.
What? You're not going to introduce me to a girl, are you?
That's exactly what I'm going to do. His nostrils flared. But I'm only going to introduce you. What happens after that is none of my concern. If she dumps your ass on the side of the road, don't come crying to me.
Nah, man, I can handle it.
This broad is elite. The kind of girl who wears suits. But
Oh, fuck.
I think she said she liked cats.
What about Irish elks?
Try to avoid talking about extinct animals.
Christ, I'm just kidding, bro. I'll sweep her off her feet so hard she'll crack her skull.
Yeah, good luck with that. Whatever, I've done my part. I make a call as soon as lunch break starts. Right, I'm very sorry. It's Kyosuke. Sorry for the sudden call. I cut to the chase to get this favor over and done with. This is just a personal request. Yeah, we'll just have to say I owe you one, if you know what I mean. She joined the Azai Corporation for our decent wages. I have no power over salaries, but I'm free to give a bonus out of my own pocket at any time. Thank you so very much. Tonight then. Yes, I'll pass that on to him. After the call ends, Aichi lurks out from where he'd been lying in wait.
How'd it go?
Your date's tonight. She says it's a good night for her. I gave him her contact info.
How do you know her?
She's one of Papa's employees. She thinks I'm just some rich kid, too. So even if Aichi gets close to her, my secret won't be revealed. Alright, the rest is up to you.
Are you coming?
I have to pick up Kanon.
Oh? Why waste your time doing something like that?
He stares me down with suspicious eyes.
You're acting pretty soft these days. Okay, yep, back to the Aichi we know and love.
Yep. You think?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I know you're playable and all, but I'll be damned if you didn't have a bit of a cold side to you.
Well, maybe I'm in a festive mood. Call it the holiday spirit.
Yeah, sure. Well, good luck.
You too. We both smiled coolly. After that, the time passed by in the blink of an eye. The end of the year is upon us, and the cold is growing harsher. I stand absent-mindedly, watching my white breath diffuse into the night. I'm at the arena, waiting for Kanon. What do you want, Aichi?
Fuck
Done?
off.
Done with dinner already?
Don't fuck with me, douchebag.
His voice was more than peevish. Don McLean said it best. February made me shiver. I'm just sad thinking how close spring is already. It's like, fuck.
You alright, Mike? Can anyone else hear us? Like, I think
I haven't done anything different with the audio today.
Weird.
So, I don't know. If anyone else is having that issue, do feel free to let us know. 'Cause I have no idea what the deal is there.
Yep.
What, did it not work out? This has got to be record timing, even for him.
Son of a fucking bitch. I'm gonna kill you one of these days, you know that?
Huh? Did I do something wrong? Imagine walking in snow up to half your leg trying to get somewhere, mate. Not very often, but I have been in snow that deep, not trying to get anywhere though, just more having fun. But yeah, I know what you're getting at. Oh, come on. Chick's crazy good looking. She seemed like your type too. Kind of like a big sister, right? I ramble on, flustered.
Shit was all peachy, but she was a fucking bitch.
Is that so? Are you sure you didn't just say something to piss her off?
My plan was perfect.
Then what happened?
Right, so first we go to the restaurant, right?
Yeah?
We sit down, right?
Get to the point, Aichi.
Then we talk about romance of the Three Kingdoms, right?
Like hell you do.
We order food, right?
Sure.
Then I up and say, you know what I love? Cats, right?
Good move, right?
Then she said, "Oh, me too, right?"
I bet.
So I'm like, meow, right?
A comedy skit on a blind date was probably a bad move.
Fuck you, I told her some of my best jokes.
She did well to stay in the restaurant.
Well, she left, but that's not the fucking point.
I beg to differ, my friend.
Look, the bitch just couldn't keep up with me.
Whatever you say, man. I'll talk to you later. I did my part. Exactly. I hooked you up, man. We hooked you up, Aichi. That's on you.
Fucking hell. Comedy skit.
Yeah, that was not your best move, Aichi. I don't feel bad about it. Anyway, Kanon is really late tonight. It's nearly 11. Jesus. That's usually when I'm going live. That's like the very latest I'm working these days. Because 10, staying after 10 o'clock at this point, that's after hours. I guess I'll go check up on her. They let me through the gates after I tell them I'm Kanon's brother. Kanon isn't in the rink. I wander around the arena asking about Kanon, and I finally find her. She's talking to Ikuko about something.
Oh no, the music stopped.
I hesitate to call out to her. Yeah, she doesn't look too happy, does she? Did she finally confront Ikuko? Oh boy,
Yeah.
I am wondering what happened here. What did you do, Kanon?
Yeah, I've never seen her that pissed off.
Kanon is pouting with her arms folded and her back to the wall. Kanon-chan, please. Is there no way to convince you? She's too angry to even look her mother in the eye. I nonchalantly appear. Kanon gives me a short glance. Ah, Kyosuke-ku. Good timing. Would you ask her for me? Ikuko talks to me without looking away from Kanon. She got a job offer just now. That's great. But since it's not a high-profile appearance, she won't be on television, she doesn't want to do it. So what kind of gig are we talking about, Kanon? I tested the waters a bit in an attempt to get on Kanon's good side. Apparently this proposition is so abhorrent that it got her ignoring my very existence. They want her to show up at a nursing home in the Central District on Christmas Eve. All she has to do is say hi and show off her ballet a bit.
Christmas Eve.
Well, that's definitely not a high-profile appearance, but why are you refusing, Kanon? She doesn't answer. She probably feels like that's below her at this point, just because she made one screw-up. Her mouth remained tightly shut, as if trying to dam words from coming out. Huh.
Please, for the love of God, just explode, girl. You need to.
Yes, please. It's obvious that she just doesn't want to have to deal with a bunch of old people. Just then, Kanon's eyes shot out with a glare. Seeing the hatred in her eyes, I'm at a loss for words. Show me that fire, girl. I could only wonder. What could her mother possibly have done to cause Kanon to be so hateful towards her? These small jobs are important, especially when society's trying to toss you in the dumpster.
Fucking hell.
You know that popularity is important too, right, Kanon-chan? You've already lit the fuse, let it explode, girl. If people hate you, you won't get a good score. Ikuko-san looked unusually unshakable as she spoke with a touch of fire. That's the type of sport this is. I fumblingly opened my mouth. You shouldn't work her too hard, Ikuko-san. She didn't turn around. Kanon-chan, no matter how much I ask, you aren't going to do it, are you? She only had eyes for the one she was trying to curry favor with. However, being ignored has never been enough to keep me quiet. I recently read a book by a coach who was once called the Treasure of Japan. It said in there somewhere that you aren't supposed to make athletes work on holidays. She didn't say anything. Not that you're her coach or agent anyway, Kuko-san, but I'm her mother. She says this with her back to me, her voice full of emotion. Everyone says that, you know. They treat me like an outsider. I refuse to be treated that way. I understand Kanon better than any of you. Right, Kanon-chan? Kanon, this is your moment. This is your moment, girl. Fucking explode! Her back drives me away like a pest, yet she's likely still wearing that perpetually friendly smile. Ikuko-san, you're being conceited. Kanon held her breath. Why would Kanon decide to stop coming home to someone who understands her best? I told her to. I said, why don't you stay at your brother's place once in a while? She basked in her generosity. Once her tournament is over, she'll be coming back. Right, Kanon-chan? Kanon bit her lip hard enough to draw blood. Jesus, girl! Stop! Stop bottling this up! This is your moment! So, Kyosuke-kun, have you ever heard Kanon-chan say a single bad thing about me? I was at a loss. If I think about it, Kanon seems to reject Ikuko-san with her attitude, but she's never actually spoken up. See, look, Kanon-chan is a good girl. Never heard her say a single good thing, either. Well, what do you expect? Talking about her mother would be far too embarrassing. Ikuko-san's back grew more ominous. I felt a vague chill. Don't tell me this woman's honestly never even seen the holes in her logic. She published a book that made her the laughingstock of an entire sport and stays at Kanon's side when she realizes that she doesn't belong. Have to be as stubborn as a brick to pull off that kind of stunt. Still, some people can go their whole lives without admitting their wrongdoings or budging in the least. For example, not even Coach Hilton and the tournament staff can manage to keep her in line. They've decided to allow her to live out her narrow-minded delusions instead. Poor Kanon. I can't believe she was raised by a parental figure that dense. Kanon's lip trembled as if she couldn't restrain herself any longer. Do it!
Come on.
Fine. She spoke with a vacant voice. I'll do it. I'll do the damn job, so let's go. She walks through the corridor like an empty shell. Well, I guess that's that, Nissan. Hearing her explanatory tone, I finally realized the issue here. Kanon walks away. The Christmas Eve she couldn't wait for had just been crushed. You think? That's why I was saying, fucking reject this. Just say, fuck this.
Hell.
And just say, fuck this. I'm gonna do what I want on Christmas Eve. My holiday. Kanon's gig is on the 24th of all days. Kanon, wait! Grab Kanon's shoulders as she tries to go ahead. What? Her eyes were wild. Why didn't you refuse? Because Coach insisted. But it's on Christmas Eve. You alright with that? The look on Kanon's face was the look she bears when washing her hands of her own feelings. Work is work. I can't just refuse. Coach's old coach asked her for the favor, so I can't refuse. I hear Ikuko-san's former coach is a training manager within the skating union. Quite an important person in the world of Japanese figure skating. Kanon being used for the sake of Ikuko-san's image again? Whatever, it's fine. Let's just go home. I can't accept that. I said it's fine! No, it's not! If you say you don't want to, Ikuko-san can't force you. Her facial expression changes. Realize your power, girl! What the hell? Are you saying I'm the one at fault here? She looks up at me haughtily as she confronts me with a defiant tone. Still, a shadow of sadness and despair flickered in that gaze. Calm down, Kanon. I didn't say that. We're more implying it. Oh, is that right? I could have sworn you said I should have refused. Did I hear wrong? That's what you meant, wasn't it? She speaks as the tension builds within her. I get it. I'm sorry. She nods, having seemingly lost her next words. Probably because what we said wasn't what she was expecting. I just thought that instead of keeping your emotions bottled up, you should just tell her you don't want to. Sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and deal with it. That's what being a pro means. She sulks like a child, yet says such dignified words. But you're not a pro yet. You may be treated like an idol, but you don't have to put up with so much that you lose sight of yourself. Then you do something, Nii-san. Stop coach for me. Complain to the International Skating Union. Make the television reporters stop saying bad things about me.
But you have to remember what Coach Okoku said. You have to tell her to stop being selfish.
Uh-huh. I realize my powerlessness. Kanon's worries are things I can't do anything about. Alright, I'll stop. I changed my tone toward Kanon. I just think it's a pity. I wanted to spend Christmas Eve with you. That's all. Okay, then this conversation is over. She speaks with resignation. God, why do I have to? She punches her fists tightly. Now even Nii-san is on my back. She mutters in resentment as I search for a reply. She's a fragile girl. I don't know how to deal with her delicate heart of sand. Still, I have to face her. Let's go. I'll walk you home. I pull Kanon's clenched fist. It's a dark, cold night.
Oh,
Jeez.
fuck.
This is getting tense. After seeing Kanon off the next morning, I head to my desk. It's nearly the end of the year, and I've been neglecting my Azai Corporation work recently. There are only 2 days left before the tournament. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, and I don't know what to do. This is bad. Bought a magazine this morning after seeing Kanon's name on the cover. The article's title, Azai Kanon's Connections to the Underworld Crime Syndicate Revealed. The public has always kept its knowledge about Kanon and the Sonoyama group on a somewhat tacit level. They can never prove anything, of course, but rumors have run rampant all throughout the press, both online and in hard copy formats. All it takes is the slightest show of weakness or vulnerability, any opening whatsoever, and the media will jump on it. One of the pages showcased a picture of Kanon leaving my apartment with a man who looked like me. The article's twist implied that she was engaging in illicit affairs right before a major competition, no less. An anonymous liaison identified me as a goon involved in an organized crime syndicate. God damn it. I didn't even realize my picture had been taken. I violently threw the magazine into the rubbish bin and began to brainstorm a damage control plan. Seems that Gonzo hasn't responded to this. Last time he barged into the editor's office and gave them a good thrashing. This time he's just sitting on the sidelines. I see. Means he thinks this whole mess is unsalvageable. I'd planned to utilize my connections with the publisher to pressure them into changing their story, but that would be useless. Every editor in Japan is conspiring against Kanon, trying to make her into the next big scoop. Every last one of them has turned their backs on her. Wouldn't be all that big of a stretch to say the whole country is rejecting Kanon. Instead of getting worked up over her popularity, she needs to buckle down and produce some results. Yeah, that's kind of what we were talking about before. How at this point, trying to do damage control on stuff like this isn't gonna work. She needs to pull off a performance that'll shut them up. Remind her just who she is. And why she was on top to begin with. That this new girl is just a fad and that she's here to stay. That one moment is not going to be what decides her entire career. But in Kanon's state, that moment, there was a sound at the door. It's just a little past noon. Hey! Aren't you supposed to be at your official practice? Even spectators were coming to see you today, weren't they? I got injured, so I came home. She sulked in the doorway. Injured? What happened? I hurt my waist a little. I'm in pain, so I can't practice today. Doesn't seem to be that severe. Is it really that bad? She didn't reply. I take it that means no. Seda-san did it. Tilted my head in doubt. We were practicing together, and when I slipped, she jumped. And collided with you? She did it on freaking purpose! Not particularly rare for athletes to bump into each other during practice. She totally meant to do it. She started acting all calm and cool. What the hell is that? Utterly perplexed. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? Do I need to spell this one out for you? She's the talk of the whole fucking country. You think she's gonna... You think she's gonna take a chance on Kanon potentially regaining her title? Of fucking course not. Come on, it's obvious. The little bitch was only nice to me before because she was such a damn suck-up. You know what else? This is all because she's jealous she can't top my jumps. Who the hell does she think she's fooling when she jumps so freaking close to me? First she prances around with that cute little triple axel at finals. What's next? Is she gonna steal the rest of my jumps too? Kanon has a tantrum, throwing her duffel bag on the floor. I muster my calmest voice in response. Kanon, go back to practice. Eh? The tournament is in 2 days. This time is critical for improving your program. I told you, my waist hurts! She raises her voice and shouts at me. Her eyes become full of hostility and she flares her nostrils. And even if I did, it wouldn't make a goddamn difference! I've already done everything I needed to do. Been doing it the whole damn time. What more do you want from me? Nothing. Do you really think you can win like that? Bet your ass I can! She raises her voice and points at me. That thing last time was just a fluke. If I just got up after I fell, I would have won. That brat Seda-san score wasn't all that high. How could I lose twice in a row to a bitch like her who's got nothing but a little luck going for her? Her reaction was too sensitive. I finally realized Kanon wasn't as confident as she let on. Because she lacks confidence, she's taking it out on me. It's all because of that damn song. Lost because of Coach's program and that goddamn song. Only Japanese athletes will be participating in the Japan Championship. Thus, it's likely to become a one-on-one match between Seda and Kanon. Kanon never saw Seda as a threat, so it must have been quite a shock to her pride to be beaten by her. Kanon, you shouldn't fret over Seda. If you keep worrying about her, you won't win. You said so yourself, remember? I'm not worried, but you are. She lowered her head, but her obstinate attitude remained. Kanon, you're selfish as hell. You've never been one to lie. You've always kept your dignity when it comes to figure skating. You get what I'm saying, right? Now go back to practice. Glanced at the waist she'd been whining about and pointed to the door. But she shakes her head. If I go out now, the press will be all over me. What? I yelled at Seda-san. I told her to go to hell. I was dazed for a moment. It's her own damn fault, but she started crying. Go apologize right this instant. I stare her down. Why? She must have seen the anger in my eyes, and she returned fire accordingly. She hit me on purpose. I could have gotten hurt. Even if she did, what you said was wrong. Not that I could say anything. Look, I'll go with you. Grabbed her hand, but she shook it off. I'm not going! She must be confusing me with her submissive mother. Little bitch got all sobby and said, What did I do, Kanon-san? I admired you. I admired you. What a suck-up. Just keep wagging that pretty tail of yours, Seda. Begrudgingly listened to Kanon as her voice began to drip with resentment. There's no way in hell I'm apologizing. She stood there like a rock, not budging an inch.
It's like she can't acknowledge that she has any rivals.
Yeah.
It's like she doesn't get that. She's had that picture in her mind that she's so better than everyone else. The moment that she's lost all the strength to her confidence. It's like she has to realize that she can too also fall. But it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you get back up again.
Exactly.
And she was groomed to just always keep standing, yet she never was taught the meaning of getting back up.
Mm-hmm.
The strength to keep going, regardless if you lose or not. Because she's only known what it's like to be at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she knows
She
how to
hasn't
run,
been
but
on
she
that
doesn't
journey
know
to
how
getting there.
Yeah, she's only known what it's like to sprint, but she does not know the pain of crawling.
What should I do?
And that is where her true strength should lie.
Yes. How should I loosen Kanon's obstinate conviction? Okay. So it is decide time. Kanon has embraced the dark side and I'm liking every bit of it. She's not a boulder. She's a rock.
Right, so I gotta go look for the right choice. Embrace her and show my affection. That is the right choice to make.
That is the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
I loosen up my posture and call to her. Kanon, come here. What? Just come here. She cautiously walks over to me. You must be tired. Wrap my arms around her neck. Calm down a little. I am calm. Good. Then let's go back and apologize in a little bit. I say this casually, but it backfired. I don't wanna! She started shouting with hostility again. Why should I listen to you? What are you going off about now? I know everything. You've been working with Papa, and you do all kinds of bad things all day, don't you? Couldn't tell whether she was just bluffing or if she actually did know. You do, don't you? It's true! Kept my cool and replied, and what if I do? It doesn't matter what kind of person I am. Mother Teresa were here. You wouldn't listen to her. You won't listen to anyone. And anyway, I'm not the one we're talking about here. Let me fall to hell of my own volition. Kanon hung her head and clamped her mouth shut in fright. It's true that I'm in no position to admonish anyone. So I'll just have to change Kanon's mind through my usual means. Would you be willing to compromise? Deepen my voice, as I do when I'm engaging in business negotiations. You absolutely refuse to apologize to Seda. That's what I keep telling you! Fine. At least go back to practice. But, no buts. You're out of my house one way or the other. If you don't show up at practice, you'd better find some other place to sleep tonight, because you'll be dead to me. What? I finally hit her where it hurts. She shuts her mouth and her lips started trembling. What? You got a problem with that? Then get the hell out of here and get back to the arena! I'm a cruel brute beyond salvation to address my sister in this manner. You don't say.
Fuck.
But, Nissan, I thought you were the only one on my side. I think this is a little thing they like to call tough love, sister. This isn't about picking sides. Kanon, I made a compromise. You don't have to apologize for saying bad things to Seda, but you do have to continue skating. She droops her head at my conditions. Alright. She picks up her bag, still looking flustered. Is this really okay? I just convinced her to keep skating. For some time, after her emotional scars have healed, maybe she will apologize to Seda. Really though, girl should be kneeling in atonement before hitting the rink. Man. I'm not sure I like where this is going. The sun was about to set. Man. I'm so very sorry about what happened earlier. I brought a few boxes of confections to Seda's practice rink and her team's offices by way of apology. When I introduced myself as Kanon's brother, everyone shot me dirty glares with a hint of disbelief. But this isn't the time to be worried about appearances. Yes, I'll make sure this doesn't happen again. Now if you'll excuse me, I'll be taking my leave. I reconciled with them and left my contact information. Ah, yes, what he does best. Behind closed doors business dealings. When I got back to my apartment, someone suddenly called out to me.
Excuse me. You're Azai Corporation, correct?
I could guess what he was here for. Who's asking? It's a middle-aged man with a stubble on his chin. The guy claimed to be a journalist, as I expected.
May I have a moment of your time?
Sorry. I excused myself and tried to enter the apartment, but the man latches onto my coat. I took the opportunity to scowl at him, but he's probably used to that by now. He didn't seem to be perturbed.
All I'm asking is for a moment. I'd like to talk to you about your sister.
I wince at his pushiness, but he pushes on.
Did you really tell Seda to go to hell? As her brother, what is your opinion of Kanon-san as a person?
Whether I say something or not, he'll be writing bad things about her in tomorrow's news. My sister is a very kind girl. I borrowed Akimoto's words. He disregards my simple comment and shoots off more questions.
Do you think she inherited her personality from her mother?
If I feared nothing, or had the power to make things that I do fear disappear like Gonzo does, I would have flogged this man. Kanon loves her mother. She must be trying to cut Ikuko-san some slack. That's the only reason Kanon would tolerate running a freescape program she resents so thoroughly. She's doing everything in her power to fulfill her mother's expectations. That's why she's worked so hard all these years. I can't imagine any other reason she would relinquish her opportunity to spend Christmas Eve with me, the man she gave herself to. To be honest, I can't blame her. If you were to ask me who comes second in my heart after my lover, I'd answer my mother without a second thought. But this man isn't looking for a fairy tale answer like that. It appeared that he was dissatisfied with the response given to him as he scurried off quickly. Oh, what game is this? Blastaway Animations? It's called The Devil on G-String. And it's a visual novel that my mate Caleb here introduced me to a while back. We've been playing through it little by little when we have time, chipping away at it. I'm really enjoying this game's story, and it's a little hard to explain everything that's happened up to this point concisely, because so much has happened up to this point. There's over 50 hours worth of playthrough that we have covered in this series so far, so if you have time and you want to get caught up, I highly recommend checking out the series. But what I can tell you is what I can show you is this game's page on VNDB. I'll read you the premise from that and let you decide for yourself. Not that one. There we go. Oh, it's a little big. Let's put that in windowed mode. I know you have, Zach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go down to the premise here. Here you go. We're playing through every route on this mod, or not this mod, this game.
Mod? You used to say mod.
I'm so used to saying mod, yes. So, forgive me. But yeah,
Yep.
That's kind of the idea here.
Yep. You play the role of Azai Kyosuke, the son of a legendary gangster infamous in the underworld. You spend your time listening to Bach, playing God at school, and covertly working for your stepfather, a rootless financial heavyweight. This idyllic existence is broken when two individuals appear in the city. A beautiful girl named Usami Haru with hair you could get lost in for days, and a powerful international gangster known only as Maou. Almost without delay, the two begin a deadly cat-and-mouse game, bringing you and your friends into the crossfire. Plotting, political intricate, and layer upon layer of interlocking traps are the weapons in this epic battle of wits.
Thank you for the dramatic reading, my friend.
I always do. Nice.
So yeah, you can decide if that's something you want to check out. And if it is, just look for the playlist on the channel, because there's a playlist for this series.
Yep, there's plenty of stuff to go off of.
Yep, it'll be a lot. It'd be a lot to get caught up with, but if that sounds good to you, then definitely check it out. Maybe a holiday, but things are as busy as ever. Gotta pick up Kanon in a bit. No problem. I suddenly received a call from an unlisted number. This is Azai. May I ask who is calling? The person on the other end of the line mumbled nervously before introducing herself.
My name is Seda Makiko. Sorry for contacting you so suddenly.
That perked me up. I'm so sorry about today's mishap. Is there something you'd like to discuss with me?
No,
She spoke awkwardly.
you're Kanon-san's brother, right?
That's right. Like I said, I'm so sorry for all the trouble my sisters caused.
Don't worry about it. That was entirely my fault.
So Kanon was right. She continued stammering on in a flustered voice.
I was actually calling you because Kanon-san talks a lot about you when we have lunch together now and then.
She talks about me?
Yeah, she always gets giddy when she does too, and she says she loves you.
Her voice brightened up like a flower. Her manner of speech conveyed her emotion through the receiver.
So I was thinking you're probably very important to her. Well, I was hoping maybe you could tell her that I wasn't bothered by what happened today.
I see. I'll pass that on. Thanks for going out of your way to let me know.
I really do admire Kanon-san.
Her voice livened up.
So I was thinking I really want to give it my all when we compete in the Japan Championship. Oh, I fucking did it again. Fuck.
Zach
Japan.
says she's probably faking the shy girl persona. At least I think she is. In other
That
words,
is a possibility, but
in other words, she doesn't want Kanon's focus to derail. I'm not ruling it out.
Kanon-san seemed pretty distressed lately. Is she doing alright?
Oh, you have no idea what kind of pressure she's under, man. You have no idea. Even with my cynical disposition, I heard no trace of malice or conceit in her voice. At last year's World Championships, Seda suffered through a failure so devastating that Japan's prestige in the realm of figure skating came crashing down, consequently reducing Japan's competitor quota from 3 to 1. The overwhelming criticism she faced then was probably no less than that which Kanon is facing now. Yet now she's grown into someone capable of caring for others, despite the severity of her own wounds. Like what you were saying when we were talking about this just like 10 minutes ago, it's not about, how far you can rise, it's how many times you can get back up after being knocked down. So, Seda knows what that's like, is what I'm gleaming from this.
Yeah, and I think
she has that capacity to get back up. She was knocked down pretty damn hard, and she got back up and kept trying.
That might be a reason why Kanon is so resentful. Because it's
yeah, that makes sense.
How did you get back up?
Exactly.
Because she still
Kanon sees where Seda is now and remembers where Seda was, and now she's like, "How am I being beaten by you?" She just can't process this.
Yeah, she's never had someone she's considered a rival. Because
exactly,
one of the stuff that she said that she's like, they're still 20 points below me. That's nothing. She's never acknowledged a rival or someone that she has to fight, that she has to put in everything to compete because she's only done it for herself.
Pretty much, yeah. She's been, at the top for so long that she feels untouchable, and now that that's being threatened, she doesn't know how to respond. She hasn't had to face this kind of adversity like Seda has.
Yeah, and now she's starting to slowly get there. Everyone treats me like some sort of toy for their own benefit. She's getting all of these emotions at once.
Yep, it's a lot to process for sure. And anyway, I'm gonna use the restroom quick before we move on, because
good.
After almost 2 full water bottles, my bladder's about to explode. So I'll be back in a minute. See, it's 5 minutes to 7 here. That means The game's in about an hour, and we'll probably be eating close to game time, because whenever we do pizza night on game night, it's usually right around the time that the game will be starting. So
how long? Roughly how long do we got?
I would say about 45 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good.
I'll be quick.
Yep.
Alright, fellas. It's just you and me now. How's everyone doing today?
I have to keep reminding myself that I'm not just speaking into a microphone, I'm speaking and random people are listening to the baseless shit that I constantly say. So it's like, I'm not just having an awesome chat with my mate, I'm like speaking outward and people are listening to me. Like, people are taking their time to listen to me drone on about Spider-Man or fucking like creme brulee, or people actively put over 2 hours of their time listening to me drone on about random shit. Like, going on about visual novels, going on about Steins Gate, going on about that one prick that wanted to, like, lost their shit at Ben because, like, he didn't quote a KFC console or some shit. Like, it's hard to really realize that, like, half of you people listen to this. So, that begs the question, who's weirder? Me that says this weird shit? Or you guys that put your time and valuable patience, time you will never be getting back, into listening to my shit? Who's weirder then, fellas?
That's an excellent question. Us for sure, says Zach.
How long have you been here for?
I just got back.
Just listening
but
to
yeah,
me
just I walked out of the room and I just hear from my headset, "All right, fellas, it's just you and me," and I'm like, "This will be good."
I dare you to go back onto like the last couple of minutes and just listen to my like rant.
It's a little after the 2-hour mark. I'll note that for later.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's only one thing to say to my sister's compassionate rival. Kanon is a very strong person. I promise she won't disappoint you tomorrow. Did she realize that I was just making excuses? Seda chose not to press the point any further.
Thank you very much. Please give my regards to Kanon-san.
After that, we ended our conversation. Anxiety began to assail me once more. Kanon is taking Seda too lightly. Kanon's jumps are only one step ahead of Seda's. However, Seda has the composure that Kanon lacks. I watched her perform many times during the finals. Even if Kanon was in peak physical condition, Seda would still give her a run for her money. Unfortunately, there's only one ticket to Worlds this year. Will Kanon, who lacks direction in life, be able to take home the gold and make that next step? And if she doesn't, what then? That's the real question here. Because if Kanon doesn't make it, what's she gonna do? Because, like I said in the description, her career is kind of hanging in the balance on this. You know, if she has back-to-back performances like that, it's not going to be good for her prospects in the future. I'll say that much.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, we're entering Kanon's head again. That's not what I was expecting to hear out of you. Who cares about the Olympics anyway? Who'd be satisfied with that piddly little gold medal?
Philosophical shit, while I was just sitting here nodding my head in agreement, like, yep.
Yep. As much as I love the fall, I hate the fact that my birthday is so damn late in the year. By the end of school, I'm going to be older than every single one of my classmates. At least you don't have a summer birthday. At least you're not the baby of the class. That's what my sister had to deal with. She's got a July birthday.
Mine's in August.
A devil had been nesting in Kanon's heart. It occasionally bore its sharp fangs at Seda, and it made Kyosuke wince more than once. It had been getting out of hand lately. Kanon-chan, your last practice run was great. If that had been the real thing, you would have won the gold medal for sure. Ikuko's familiar smile flattered Kanon once again as she rested in the hallway. Who cares about the Olympics? This damn woman. Kanon wonders why she's spent half her life in flashy costumes on the cold ice, glares at the individual before her. In Kanon's eyes, Ikuko's an abomination. How many hostile gazes Kanon hurls upon her, she never breaks her smile. Kanon's eyes turn toward the woman, only to find her watching Kanon, her face plump like a rice cake. Ikuko didn't even seem to care that Kanon had stopped calling her mom. Just go out there and do your thing the day after tomorrow. You're a shoo-in for those magnificent Olympics.
So I'm just wondering, where is this gonna lead to? Like, is Kanon gonna like find her strength and go for her just herself? Or is she just gonna realize that she doesn't want to do this and quit? Like, where is this gonna lead to?
That's what I'm waiting to see. Just, is this the point, now that we're getting involved, is this the point where she just quits because she doesn't want to put up with this anymore? This isn't really what she wants to do. She's pretty much just been doing it out of obligation. She was frolicking about in a way unbecoming for a woman her age. It was scary at times. Kanon suppressed her urge to ask, "Who are you?" Magnificent Olympics? She meant to say that in her mind, but it accidentally slipped out. Of course! It's your mother's dream! Huh? You'll win the medal I couldn't back in my day. I will? You'll be the best in the world. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Yeah. Kanon nodded. If she didn't at least respond in some way, Ikuko would just go on and on. However, she must have been in a strange mood today, as Kanon decided to pursue the conversation voluntarily. Why do you want a gold medal? It's the highest honor on the planet, Kanon. Ikuko didn't hesitate in the slightest when giving her answer. Then why do you want honor so badly? Honor is something one can never buy, no matter how much money they have.
I wonder where she got that opinion on.
Should I work hard for this honor, then? Of course. But is that happiness? It's the ultimate happiness for an athlete. Alright, but still, wouldn't that be your happiness, coach? I was about to say, you can't hide that from me. I saw your expression change. And that is a very valid question. My happiness is your happiness, right?
Oh,
That's
come
that.
on.
That's what you don't understand. She said so with her eyes wide open, her voice imbued with conviction. That's the way you've been living for so long. You don't realize what she's actually thinking. My writing class composition notebook is halfway written through. Wow, that's a lot of writing, Zach. Kanon felt disgusted with her mother. She was acting like she understood Kanon. Kanon has never heard a single positive opinion about her mother. Everyone scorns her and scoffs at her. They call her inflexible, overly self-conscious, greedy, and say her arrogance knows no bounds. Ikuko brags that she does all that for the purpose of taking on the role of an antagonist, all for the sake of acting as a filter to draw negative attention away from Kanon. Kanon feigned innocence and asked the person in question, "Well, what if I don't win the gold medal?" "You will." "Sure,
What if she
but
doesn't?
hypothetically." A slight glimmer of bewilderment shone in the abomination's eyes. Like someone who had just been told the earth was round for the very first time, her world began to come apart at the seams, starting with the facial expressions she had used as a mask for so long. "If you don't win the gold medal," she said with a shocked expression as though staring at a ghost, "I don't know." With those short words, she revealed a glimpse of her true feelings. Kanon confidently answered her own question. "You'll die, won't you, Mom?" Ikuko nodded with an expression that looked like she had found nirvana. "Undoubtedly."
Fucking hell.
She muttered, not even realizing that she had been called Mom for the first time in so many years. That hoarse voice gave Kanon the feeling that her mother had already put one foot into her grave, and a deep anxiety overcame her. Well then. I entered the skating rink to pick up Kanon.
I'm gonna just point this out now. I think my least favorite character in this entire game is fucking Ikuko.
Yeah, you have been making that clear the more that we have continued down this route and gotten to know her.
Yeah, but I have a personal thing with like my mother, and it's just you can't help
Does it hit close to
just
home
can't
for you?
touch a little bit, yeah. But
That would explain a lot.
Those
just the way that she talks to her.
Yeah, it's just like, granted, I don't have much positive memory of my mother, and I don't really have much memory of my mother at all, but I never heard good things about my mother.
I see.
For good reason.
Hmm.
But just seeing this, and just seeing the way she's just gaslighting her, and just outright saying that, like, if you don't win, you don't do this trivial thing, it's not worth me living. It's like, it's just fucking disgusting.
Mm-hmm. Just, what kind of parenting is that?
It's not even parenting. I don't even think she realizes, like, this is her fucking daughter, not a tool for her own arrogance.
Mm-hmm. I thought they might be quarreling
I know it's rough
again.
to say that, like, I know this is, like, hard to say, but she's fucking worse than Gonzo in some ways.
And that's saying something, considering what we know about him.
Yeah, he's a fucking monster, mind you, but, like, he's a monster. He's just who he is. But
yeah, that's just Gonzo for you. He runs a criminal empire.
Like,
what do you expect?
Like, he knows that he's a monster.
Yeah,
and he doesn't act that he's good.
Yeah, he's proud of what he is.
Yeah,
he's awful, but he's proud of what he is. Yeah,
it was probably intentional that they put that in just in this scene to make that comparison between Ikuko and Gonzo. It's just like Gonzo knows what he fucking is and isn't pretending to be anything else. He doesn't hide.
Yeah, and that's clear when Gonzo basically challenges Kyosuke, being like, "Yeah, I know I'm wrong. What are you gonna do about it?"
Yeah,
because he knows he's in such a position that he can say stuff like that and get away with it.
Yeah, but
it's arguably worse that Ikuko, is doing everything that she's doing, but she doesn't realize just what she doesn't realize what she's doing is wrong.
Yeah, but with Gonzo, he knows exactly what it is, and it's like he's accepted that he is a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
That he is meant to bring others' lives to ruin. And he basically is just all that. With Akuko, she's basically fucking ruined any chance for like Kanon to have a normal life, but she just thinks it's just because she's doing it for her.
Pretty much, yeah, and that's arguably worse when, she thinks she's doing things like this for the good, of herself or, for the good of them both, when it's not like that at all. She doesn't take the time to actually, sit down and talk to Kanon about this.
As Zach says,
doesn't actually try to understand her.
But she's kind of evil in a different way. There are different forms of it.
Yeah, as Zach put it, she's manipulative.
Yeah, and she's doing this under the guise of positivity. Like, the ends don't justify the means.
Not at all.
Like, she's basically destroying Kanon by basically just self-inserting herself into her own daughter.
Basically living out her dreams through Kanon.
Yeah, not letting her be her own person. Like, that scene as she was a child, like, it started like that. People will be nice to you if you skate. It's like, fuck.
Yep, I remember that from last time.
Like, in her mother's eyes, if Kanon's not a skater, she's nothing.
Because that's all Ikuko ever wanted Kanon to be.
That's all Kanon is to her, is just a skater.
Yeah, but she never thought to ask Kanon, what does she want to do? Basically. She just forced her down this path. And we've seen before how Kanon is kind of apathetic towards skating. She basically just does it because she feels like she has to. As Gonzo put it. Or I think it was either us or Gonzo put it that way. Basically she does it because she feels like she has to. Anyway.
Let's continue.
Yeah, I do too. I don't want to see her treated like this. I want to see her skating because she wants to, not because she feels like she has to.
I just wanted to see her have a choice that it's not
exactly.
With apprehension.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a bit shitty, like, as the player, you kind of start to see, like, that kind of apprehension from the Kyosuke as well, because, like, he's encouraging her to skate. Like, apologize later. It's like, you're saying, like, we all know, like, that's not the right thing to say. And I think he's struggling with knowing what's the right thing to say.
Because this just has not been his forte for basically his entire life.
Yeah.
He's never really been that kind of person before, so...
Yeah.
He doesn't really know what to say in this situation.
I just want to see Kanon given a choice.
Yeah.
Like, even as a skater, she's not given a choice. Like, it's her mum that determines, like, what kind of, like, shit she does. Like, what she wears.
Yeah. I'm really just wondering now if, Kanon had full control over all these things. How much different would things be? What would her performance look like? What would her song choice be like? What kind of moves would she do? How much different would things be?
Yeah, and even saying that, would she even be a skater?
Yeah. That's assuming she would even still be a skater, everything that I've just been saying.
Yeah.
She might not even want You know, she might not even want this. But because this, like she has said before, because this is all that she knows,
Yeah.
I don't know what she would even do, you know, at the thought of doing something else. Anyway, we could be here forever talking about this. Let's continue.
Let's continue.
I thought they might be quarreling again, but Kanon stood alone in the hallway, still dressed in her costume. What happened, Kanon? Nissan. Let's go. Yeah. You don't look okay. She looked away and nodded. Did something happen again? No, it's all good. You're not being very convincing right now, Kanon. Her eyes were dazed and unfocused. I was just thinking, I'm ready to take a break from all this mess. And that's why you were so out of it? Still wearing her costume, she seemed to be struck with anxiety. Hey, Nissan? Huh? Hold me for a little bit, like you did earlier. I had no reason to refuse. We embraced shortly before closing time in that empty hallway. Yeah, just like that. Aww. I feel like I could just disappear like this. It's rare for you to be so sentimental. It's because everything is so darn messed up. Her voice fawned. Your chest is worn, Nissan. My body's due too. I'll lend it to you anytime. Really? Sure. Then... She hesitated for a second. Right here, right now. Huh? You don't want to? That's not what I meant! And she knows that's not what I meant. Nevertheless, Kanon's resentment runs deep enough to ask me to have sex with her. We can do it in the changing room. No one will be in there at this hour. If you're worried, we found out before this is not the uncensored version, so I'm not worried about that. She blushes absent-mindedly. Is that a no, Nissan? What has gotten into you, Kanon?
That line, she resents me enough to ask me to have sex with her.
Yup. I focused my mind, which had been swept up in the moment. If I have sex with her now, it'll be like running away. Maybe she'll feel better. Why are you asking me this game?
Alright. So, the final choice in Kanon's route. Boys,
Yeah, this is
leave this. I want you to do a poll because I want to see if we get this right.
Yep.
I know the right decision. Should we tap?
So, Caleb wants to know what the community thinks. What do y'all watching right now think is the right choice? Not even I know. If you were to ask me right now, it sounds like a fucking terrible idea, but based on Caleb's reaction, for some reason, I feel like chat is gone. That's because I hit C.
Congratulations, guys! You're all not horny bastards.
Yep, everyone is unanimously voted top.
Yep, you guys picked the right one.
Had a feeling.
Yep, it'll
that
be like
had
running
to be the
away.
right one.
Yep. Alright, that's our final choice of this route.
Okay. Yeah, it would be like running away. Sorry, Kanon. I try to be as gentle as possible and softly let go of Kanon. Her lingering, reluctant voice hurt my heart. Let's go, okay? Okay.
You can't run away from this.
Her previously warm eyes became cold in an instant. That rejection must have been rough on her. There was something wrong with me. Don't worry about it. Let's save it for when the tournament is over and done with. Yeah. She heads to the dressing room with a blank expression. I'm glad I restrained myself. You'll be banned if we went to the bottom. If we went with bottom. Well, Monty's making
Just
yourself
like
more comfortable because it's nighttime. Oh, excellent choice. Canon route uncensored scene 420 special. I would need a different version of the game, I feel like, if I wanted to go that route. That, and I would do what I did with Within and make that age restricted. As one rightfully should with stuff like that. I'm not
Why do I
that
have a
stupid,
scary
guys.
feeling that like we're just gonna get like 10 votes of like get the uncensored special?
Ugh. If I
That'd
see
be
that in
so
my
fun.
comment section, or if that starts popping up in my Discord requests, I'm not sure what
That'll
to
be
think about
just.
that.
I have no idea because like the special would just be like all fucking hentai. Like
Oh,
that's just
absolutely.
it. And it would just be like, how do I feel about this?
No, this is not the uncensored version. We found that out last time we went into one of these that wasn't avoidable.
I'd rather say do it live.
There's literally a song based on the internet in a 4-minute nutshell. I know there is, Zach. I'd rather say do it live than some other nonsense. Anyway, if I had sex with her now, her heart may have shattered completely. After she finished changing, we returned to my room, talked a little, and I put Kanon to sleep. Yep, good God, boy. Restraint, please.
Yes.
Ooh. Christmas Eve. That's right. We were supposed to have plans
the promised day.
Yep. Kanon would be going straight from evening practice to a nursing home in the Central District. I realize it's only going to take a few hours, but should she really be doing publicity work the day before her big competition? Could this have possibly been arranged behind Coach Hilton's back? I imagine Ikuko-san putting this together on her own. My curiosity got the best of me, so I asked Hilton. The man didn't seem too concerned about the money or politics in figure skating. He behaved like a genuine coach when I spoke with him. He told me he had allowed the gig on the conditions that it didn't get in the way of Kanon's holiday, that she didn't mind doing it. So basically I was right. Ikuko coaxed him into it. Can't blame him. Communicating with that hopelessly narrow-minded mother is difficult even for me. Alright, I'm going now. That violent attitude from yesterday has disappeared. In its place, gloomy eyes looked up at me. I'll come pick you up later tonight. I had looked up the address of the nursing home. We can do something to celebrate afterwards. It's alright. You don't have to. She sullenly lifts her eyebrows. I know we don't have to, Kanon. But I want to. Kanon was worried that the cajolery she hates so much was mixed with into my words somewhere. I've been around a while and I've never heard that word in my life. Coaxing or flattery intended to persuade someone into do something. Yep. Okay. I like it when these novels teach me new English. I'm not even sure I pronounced that right. Anyway, I'm going. I'll keep an eye on Seda-san during practice. I let slip what I hesitated to say. Seda called yesterday. Huh? I bumped it when I hit the space bar. Thank you.
What?
She said she wasn't angry or anything, and that it was her fault. What the hell does that mean? Yet again, she lets out her anger. And what the hell is she doing calling you? It's me she should be apologizing to. She was probably trying to give you some time to cool down. She figured I'd tell you when the time was right. But I guess I jumped the gun a little. I mean, did you forgive her the first time she apologized directly to Nu? No, you just lashed out at her. So Seda is worried about you. Yeah, whatever. I'm not sure you want to come across as taking her side. She heaves a sigh of disdain, bearing her mother's intolerance. She's nothing to sneeze at, you know. Yeah, I'll beat her tomorrow. Kanon runs out the door. She doesn't want to talk about this.
Still don't recognize her or anyone.
Nope. What made you decide to show up? I just thought I'd watch you practice. If you don't mind, of course. Will you come to the old folks' home with me later tonight? I've got plans for tonight. Huh? How? Weren't you going to spend the night with me? That got cancelled, so I'll be with Papa. Can't think of any two words that seem to fit together less than Christmas and Gonzo, but believe it or not. But believe it or not, the Yakuza really gets into holiday festivities. I was just told that pizza is ready, so I'll pick you up though. We'll call it in a minute here.
Yep.
It's half an hour, roughly half an hour until game time. Fine. She entered the arena with an air of dissatisfaction. Alright,
So we want to leave it here?
Yeah, we'll pick it up here next time.
Yeah.
When we're going to watch Kanon practice.
Alright, man.
It's not where I wanted to leave it, but I kind of figured it would just be wherever we end up by the time dinner's ready, so yeah. Whew. We had quite a bit happen today, didn't we? My goodness. I think what I'll be thinking about until next time is is Seda really being honest in everything that she's saying? Because she comes across as very genuine, but this game has instilled a sense of questioning everything into me from early on. So,
oh yeah.
And as Zach was saying, he doesn't trust Seda.
Yeah, like who the fuck knows what's gonna happen?
Mm-hmm. You just can't be 100% certain of anything in this story. You have two pages of Minecraft coordinates. Jesus Christ. That's crazy, Zach. Yeah, that seems to be the sentiment that most people who have been watching the last few episodes have, that they're not a fan of Ikuko. I gotta get some more iron for the work farm that you're making. Sounds good. Sounds good, Serial Kids. And yeah, I can't say, after hearing everyone discuss it, I'm starting to understand why. You're getting prepped for the 1.20 update. Yeah. I guess until the most recent couple of episodes when we've started to explore Ikuko-san a little more, I didn't really have too strong of an opinion of her, but Now I'm starting to understand why everyone seems to dislike this character.
Yeah, like I get like I'm not sure about Seda. I don't.
Yeah, we don't really
like-
know enough about Seda yet to really
Yeah,
make a good call on Seda yet, but but as far as Seda goes, for what we have right now, she comes across as genuine in the way she composes
Yeah.
herself and what she has been through. So they've built her up the right way.
yeah,
And what I'll be watching to see is, was it really just some mishap during practice, or is it like Kanon said? Did she do that intentionally?
Oh.
Because I can fully believe, looking at it from Kanon's perspective, that Seda really did, basically
Look,
hip
it's hard
check
to
her on
tell.
purpose.
Yeah, it's hard to
'Cause
tell. Like,
if you look at it from a more cynical mindset, of course it would make sense.
yeah,
She has all the attention right now, all the momentum in her favor. So, who's to say they're going to call her out on it if she, does something like that during practice? She could just say it was a freak accident, and based on the way she conducted herself in that moment when Kanon told her to go to hell, it makes sense. She wants to put on a show for the camera. Kind of, continue the image that they're building of her. Give them more material to work with. That's the thing that is really making me, consider that option. That this, wasn't, just some kind of accident. But I guess we won't find out until we get further down Kanon's route here. So, till then, thank you guys so much for watching.
yeah. Till
We'll
next time.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Till then, take care.